Hi everyone. In today's video, we will be seeing 30 useful idioms in English with the meanings and simple examples for each idiom. Jump the gun. Jump the gun means to act too soon or before the right time. Let's see few example sentences using the idiom jump the gun. He didn't have all the facts but jumped the gun and announced the decision. I think she jumped the gun by investing before doing enough research. They were so eager to start, they jumped the gun and started the race early. On the ball. On the ball means alert and knowledgeable. Let's see few example sentences using the idiom on the ball. The new manager is really on the ball and quickly resolve the issue. She stays on the ball by regularly checking news about her industry. I need you to be on the ball during this meeting. Under the table, meaning secretly often to do something illegal. Now let's see a few example sentences using the idiom under the table. He was arrested for paying off officials under the table. They made an under the table deal to avoid taxes. He was paid under the table to avoid official records. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet is an idiom which means to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage and determination. Let's see few example sentences using the idiom bite the bullet. I decided to bite the bullet and finally tell my boss about the problem. Even though he was nervous, he bit the bullet and made the presentation. You will just have to bite the bullet and get through these challenges. When pigs fly, meaning something that will never happen. Now let's see few example sentences using the idiom when pigs fly. He will clean his room when pigs fly. She will start exercising regularly when pigs fly. When pigs fly, he will actually finish his work on time. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head is an English idiom which means to describe exactly the right point or to do something in the most accurate way. Now let's see few example sentences using the idiom hit the nail on the head. Her analysis of the problem really hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head with your suggestion for improving efficiency. The consultant hit the nail on the head when he identified the issue. Keep the ball rolling, meaning to maintain progress and keep things forward. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom keep the ball rolling. We need to keep the ball rolling if we want to finish the project on time. She started the meeting and encouraged everyone to keep the ball rolling. Let's keep the ball rolling until we achieve our target. Call it a day. Call it a day is an idiom which means to stop working on something. Let's see few example sentences using the idiom call it a day. It's late, let's call it a day. We were tired, so we decided to call it a day. After fixing the problem, they called it a day and went home. Rise and shine, meaning get up and be ready for the day. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom rise and shine. Come on, kids, it's time to rise and shine and get ready for school. I wake up early, rise and shine, and start my morning exercise. Time to rise and shine. We have got a busy day ahead. Tip of the iceberg, meaning only a small visible part of a much larger problem. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom tip of the iceberg. What we discovered was just the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot more to investigate. The issues we see are only the tip of the iceberg. The hidden problems are much worse. These complaints might be just the tip of the iceberg, and there could be bigger issues underneath. Under the weather, meaning feeling ill or sick. Now let's see a few example sentences using the idiom under the weather. I'm going to stay home today. I'm feeling under the weather. She has been under the weather all week. You should get some rest if you are feeling under the weather. The ball is in your court, meaning it's your turn to take action or to make a decision. Example sentences using the idiom the ball is in your court. I have given you all the information. Now the ball is in your court. She apologized, and now the ball is in his court. We have done all we can. The ball is in their court now. Burn the midnight oil, meaning to work late night into the night. Now let's see a few example sentences using the idiom burn the midnight oil. He has a big exam coming up, so he is burning the midnight oil to study. We had to burn the midnight oil to finish the project on time. She often burns the midnight oil to meet deadlines at work. By the skin of one's teeth, meaning by a very narrow margin. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom by the skin of one's teeth. He escaped the accident by the skin of his teeth. She passed the test by the skin of her teeth. We finished the project on time by the skin of our teeth. Let the cat out of the bag. To reveal a secret or surprise. Now let's see a few example sentences using the idiom let the cat out of the bag. He let the cat out of the bag about the new project. She let the cat out of the bag and told everyone the news. I wanted to keep it a secret, but he let the cat out of the bag. Face the music, meaning to deal with the consequences of one's actions. Now let's see a few example sentences using the idiom face the music. After getting caught, it was time for him to face the music. The company will have to face the music for its tax scandal. She made a mistake, but at least she is facing the music responsibly. A stone's throw. A stone's throw is an idiom which means very close distance, a short distance away. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom a stone's throw. The museum is just a stone's throw away from our hotel. We live just a stone's throw away from the beach. There is a grocery store at stone's throw from our apartment. Break the ice. Break the ice is an idiom which means to make people feel more comfortable in a new or awkward situation. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom break the ice. He told a joke to break the ice at the meeting. It can be hard to break the ice at a party where you don't know anyone. She started a fun game to break the ice with her new co-workers. Cost an arm and a leg, meaning to be very expensive. Let's see a few example sentences using the idiom cost an arm and a leg. The new car cost him an arm and a leg. That designer handbag must have cost an arm and a leg. I wanted to buy the house, but it would cost an arm and a leg to live there. Cut corners, meaning to do something in a careless or cheap way. Let's see few example sentences using the idiom cut corners. He cut corners to finish the project quickly. She cut corners by using cheap materials. The company cut corners and now the product has problems. Once in a blue moon, meaning very rarely, not often. Let's see few example sentences. They visit their distant relatives once in a blue moon. She usually wakes up early, but once in a blue moon she will sleep in. We only go out to an expensive restaurant once in a blue moon. Hit the hay, meaning to go to bed or go to sleep. Few example sentences. I am exhausted, so I am going to hit the hay early tonight. It's getting late. Let's hit the hay. She always likes to hit the hay before 10 p.m. Back to the drawing board, meaning to start over and try a new idea or plan. Back to the drawing board, meaning to start over and try a new idea or plan. Example sentences. The initial plan failed. The initial plan failed, so we had to go back to the drawing board. They didn't like our proposal, so it's back to the drawing board. We need to go back to the drawing board and come up with something better. Break the bank, meaning to cost too much money to be very expensive. Example sentences. Buying a brand new car would break the bank. We had a great vacation, but it didn't break the bank. I want to give her a nice birthday gift without breaking the bank. At the drop of a hat, meaning instantly without any hesitation. Few example sentences. He will come to help you at the drop of a hat. She will quit her job at the drop of a hat. I will go on a trip at the drop of a hat. Spill the beans, meaning to reveal a secret or share information that was meant to be kept private. Few example sentences. She accidentally spilled the beans about the surprise party. Don't spill the beans, it's supposed to be a secret. He couldn't keep a secret, he always spills the beans. Pull someone's leg, meaning to joke or trick someone in a playful way. Example sentences. I thought he was being serious, but he was just pulling my leg. Mike loves to pull his brother's leg, making up funny stories. You are just pulling my leg. There is no way you got a new car. Bark up the wrong tree, meaning to pursue the wrong course of action. He was barking up the wrong tree in the meeting. She accused him, but she was barking up the wrong tree. They thought it was the neighbor, but they were barking up the wrong tree. Throw in the towel, meaning to give up or to admit defeat. Example sentences using the idiom throw in the towel. After losing 3 games in a row, the team threw in the towel. He threw in the towel when things got too difficult. She felt like throwing in the towel halfway through the project. A blessing in disguise, meaning something positive that initially seemed bad. Example sentences. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise, it led to a better opportunity. Her failed business venture turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Missing that flight was a blessing in disguise when the plane had crashed. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel.